What's going on, guys? It's your boy ATF Cobra, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about some Battlefield 4 league details, reveal on the 64 player maps in the 3 factions, and much more. This leaked information comes from bf4central.com. Now all this information, it seems credible, it seems like it would make sense to be in the game, and it's something I kind of would believe, or kind of would find valid in Battlefield 4, even though we're not gonna see much of anything until next week on the 27th, when the reveal is actually gonna show us something. Although we don't know what it is exactly, we'll see something. So basically what's leaked is Battlefield 4 would stick with 64-man players, but the maps are larger and more detailed. Basically, the current gen consoles will not have a 64-man server, but Battlefield 4 will be released for current gen and next gen and PC. So current gen, like Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, aren't gonna get 64-man player servers, but the PS4 and whatever the new Xbox is and the PC will. And there's going to be 3 factions, basically: US, Russia, and Eastern Asian faction. And there will be 4 classes with additional features and tweaks compared to Battlefield 3. Shipping with the same amount of maps, 9 maps, and lots of DLC. They already have planned DLC, which I kind of don't like the thought of that. I kind of don't like the planned DLC. Number one, it means they're holding back content they should probably already have in the game. But number 2, it could also mean that they couldn't fit it all into the game at once, so they're gonna have to re-release it. But at the same time, we're still getting charged for that, and it's still like we're paying more than we should for a game. And Premium will also release for Battlefield 4 on day 1, so you'll get everything and new perks, which is not really mentioned here. Most of the guns and vehicles will return from Battlefield 3, of course. And what they're looking to do with Battlefield 4 is not revolutionize everything, not change everything that Battlefield 3 has already done, but just make it better, basically. So better graphics, that's what we're really gonna expect. Better graphics, a little bit more details. It's just gonna be not a Battlefield 3.5. It's gonna be Battlefield 4, definitely, but they're not changing everything around. They're not changing the graphics engine. They're still using Frostbite 2.5. And Destruction 4.0 is going to be amazing and crazy. Also, most of the guns and most of the squad features actually will return as well. And Commander feature returns, but it won't be the same as Battlefield 2. And like I said before, Battlefield 4 is coming out for both current and next gen consoles, along with PC. And of course, I'm going to be upgrading to 2 GTX 670s. I'm going to buy another GTX 670, and I'm probably going to build another computer because mine's crapping out on me so far. Yeah, my iBuy Power PC is not really wow, I can't talk. It's not really reliable. I've been getting a lot of blue screens of deaths, but other than that, anyways, I'll go on with more details. Let's see. We'll ship with more game modes than Battlefield 3 game modes, as I'm thinking Capture the Flag is probably gonna make its comeback. Because I think it's fun. I think they definitely need to keep it. What do you guys think on that? Be sure to leave your comments below and your suggestions, your whatever you have. But I definitely want to see Capture the Flag. Capture the Flag is very fun. I'm still playing it to this day. Let's see. Also, the Frostbite 2 engine is going to be pushed. So like I said, Frostbite 2.5. So it's going to give you guys better effects, higher res textures, and even more detailed game world, which is going to be really crazy. And Battlefield 3 will still be supported after Battlefield 4 launches, which is great. They're still going to release patches, but you're not going to see them as frequently, as we get them, as we used to get them with like every new DLC that drops. We'll probably get them every 3 months or so, or every 4 months. We'll probably see that type of cycle, or quarter 1, quarter 4, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. Release patches and stuff like that. We'll probably see something like that, but not something too frequent, because they want to work on Battlefield 4. And Battle Log will be updated for Battlefield 4, and it's gonna implement more social features and detailed stats, and single player and co-op, of course, will return. But I really hope that the reveal coming next week is not gonna focus on more more along the lines of single player, but rather than multiplayer and the features, because it is something that we're really interested in. And single player doesn't really last as long as, you know, multiplayer. You know, I myself, I put over, I think, almost 200 hours, if not 200 hours. You know, there's players that put 1,000 hours, you know, a lot more hours into this game, and you're not gonna put that many hours in single player, of course, because, you know, there's only so much you can do in single player. There's almost so much you can explore, unless they make the single player completely different and redefine it. But I doubt that. They're really going to focus on the multiplayer, as they always have, because it's the selling point of most shooters. That competitive battlefield is where it's at. You know, it's what keeps gamers interested. You know, hardcore gamers especially. I also want to see, what I want to see for Battlefield 4 is a battle recorder, which everybody has been also mentioning mentioning, but it's not in the rumors. It's not in the speculation. I think DICE is going to ditch that. They're not going to go for it. Because number one, as you guys can see in COD, the recording system for Black Ops 2 when it first came out was very laggy, very buggy, and I bet they had a lot of problems with it, and it's still having trouble for Black Ops 2. So I think they're gonna skip it out. They probably tried it a lot of times and it didn't really work out. But that's my thoughts on that. Maybe they will put it. Hopefully they will, because that would be really awesome. Other than that, who else is freaking excited for this reveal? I'm praying, I'm hoping that I don't see single player gameplay. I would love to see it. You know, it's cool, it's fun, because they'll show off you know, higher res details, because, you know, they put a lot of you know, detail into multiplayer, but they don't put as much as they do in single player. You guys could tell from the single player, there's a lot more text, there's a lot more detail put in the single player, because it's not as wide and big open maps such as the multiplayer is, with a lot of players all you know, playing at once. Hopefully they'll probably show single player and multiplayer, but we never really know. And my prediction, you know, you guys can count this video, count this video in your predictions. I'm predicting that Battlefield 4 will land in sometime around November of this year. That's what I'm guessing. The reason why I'm guessing that is because I think DICE is going to try and push that release for the next Call of Duty, and try to be a little bit more competitive, to try to gain not a controversial launch, but a competitive launch. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.